Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow, a 35-minute flow practice. I'm glad you're here. Join me. We're going to get started today in child's pose. If you only have a couple of minutes, even just a couple of breaths, can make a pretty big difference, can start to create a shift. So let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Right, feeling the parts of your body that touch the ground. Feeling your breath in your body. Let's take another big inhale. And a big exhale. And it's nice to, sounds kind of silly, but it's nice to practice breathing in an intentional space, a dedicated space like your practice. Or even just if you set a few moments aside for yourself. Because as we practice connecting with our breath here, then we have it to come back to in our everyday life. When things get a little hectic, a little crazy, when we feel a little ungrounded, we can remember to take a deep breath in and a long breath out and start to create an intentional shift. Once more, let's take a big inhale here and a big exhale. And then take your hands a little more forward, tuck your toes under, and come on up into your downward facing dog. You can take more time in child's pose if you like. Here again, feeling the parts of your body that touch the ground. So your hands, spread your fingers wide. Feel the undersides of your knuckles connect down into your mat. Feel that space between your index finger and your thumb connecting down. Maybe the outer edges of your palms connecting down. And you can feel the parts of your hands that connect to the ground, but you might also notice the space between your fingers. And as you stay tuned into your breath, maybe you start to notice a little bit of space between your thoughts and that you have some space for yourself here. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. If you want to add in some movement, you can walk out your dog, move your hips or your head around. Intentional breath. Intentionally creating some space for yourself. Again, maybe it's this whole practice, but maybe it's just a moment or two. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet halfway lift. Inhale, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Rise up, reach and lift. Hands to your heart, exhale. Here you can set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. And you might set an intention for your practice, for your day, if that's something that resonates with you. Let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale, sweep up, reach up and lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up, high plank. Knees can be lifted or you can drop them down for a little more support. Fingers spread wide, strong through your core. Take a big inhale. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog, maybe your cobra or your low cobra. Pause here. Let your shoulders soften down. Lead with your heart, feel the tops of your feet, your toenails on your mat. You can also have your knees down. Take another big breath in, and as you exhale, back to your downward dog or add in your child's pose. Take a long inhale, and a long exhale. A big breath in, fill up, and a big breath out, empty out. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach, fold forward, exhale, empty out. Halfway lift, inhale, chaturanga, low push-up. You can step or jump back. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Let your gaze land to one point. You can also close your eyes if that works better. Feel your hands land. You can always adjust. Feet are on your mat. Heels don't have to touch down. But you can also notice if you're holding your heels up, just let them soften down, maybe even sink down. Soften your toes. Take another big breath in here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise up. Lift up, reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Forward and down. Elbow squeeze in. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a couple of breaths here. In your downward dog or in your child's pose. A couple of breaths, but really one breath at a time. You don't have to rush your breath. You don't have to rush your body, this practice. You don't have to rush this time. So even if it's just a little bit of time on your mat, allow yourself to enjoy each moment of it. Take one more big breath in here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands high, heart lifts. You can look up, go back. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And empty out. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Set your feet. Bend your knees. Wave your body. A little more in your heels. Hands can be high or at your heart. You extend up through your arms. Extend up through your fingers. Here again, you can feel a space between your fingers. Space between your toes. The space to take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more big inhale here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Spin your back foot flat, rise up. Set your feet, reach your hands high or work with your hands at your heart. Take a long inhale and a full exhale. Maybe some room to bring your left hip forward and your right hip back, so just evening out. An even press through both feet, right to left, front to back. Sometimes the baby toe side of the back foot starts to peel up, the back knee can start to collapse. So you can just check in, feel that. Reconnect with your foundation. Reconnect with your breath. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward now. Warrior one. One big step or a couple of smaller steps. Give yourself the space to take up some space. Lengthening your stance, bending into your front knee. And then lifting up out of your hips, along through the sides of your body. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. One more big inhale here. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Upward dog. Take a deep breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Take a full inhale. And empty out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, big breath in. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Back foot flat. Root down, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog. Breath out. Set your hands in your feet. Check in. If you're off somewhere in your head, come back. Feel your hands. Feel your feet. Feel this breath. It's easy. It's easy to, well, I don't know if easy is the right word, but it happens. We wander off in our head. We get distracted. So the practice is to keep inviting ourselves to come back. One more big breath in here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up, bring your hands to your heart. Hips low, feet can be together apart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your right, left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Soften your toes. If you've shifted forward into the balls of your feet and your toes, come on back into your heels. Feel this connection through your hands. You can press your palms together, make a fist with one or both hands, even fingertips connecting, but absolutely connecting your hands and an even press up and down, which might help you lift your chest a little higher. Spine is long. Hands can stay together or they can open up. Left hand reaching for the ground, right arm up for the sky. You might notice if your hips have started to swing out to the left. You can even them out. Tailbone back, crown of the head forward. You can take your gaze up to your lifted hand. You can also look to the side or down towards the ground. Take one more big breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one. Come up, open out, warrior two. Add in a little bit of space between your feet, maybe a lot of space between your feet. Hands and arms can extend, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Soften your shoulders, bend into your front knee so your front knee tracks over your front ankle. And you can always ease off from that point and then come back to it. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Engage the back leg. Really feel your left foot connect down, lift through the back leg. Lift up out of your right hip, lengthen through your right side body, your right arms, your right fingers. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again, warrior one. Come up. Open out to your warrior two. From here, come on into your horse. Spin your toes to face the side edge of your mat. You can bring your hands to your heart for a moment. Toes turn out. Heels turn in, big bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Add in your eagle arms. Left arm wraps under your right. Drishti, gaze to one point or close your eyes. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. If this arm variation doesn't work, you can always bring opposite hand to opposite elbow, even stay with hands at heart. Now sit a little bit lower. Spine long, so you're tall and upright in your upper body. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. As you inhale, keep your arms wrapped, but straighten your legs. Pivot around towards the front edge of your mat and come on into your eagle. Left leg wraps up and over. So you might step the left foot in and then wrap the legs. As your left leg comes over, the foot can dangle, touch down. Maybe you find the double wrap. Big breath in and a long breath out. Finding your way into this, just one breath at a time. Start to tip forward, elbows towards your knees, keeping a little lift to your chest and your heart. Belly draws in and up. Breathe for 3, 2, airplane Dekasana. Unwrap. Sweep your hands back. Lift through your right leg as you lift your left leg. So you can feel your right foot on the ground. Engaging that right leg, extending, and then extending out through the left leg. Bring your chest a little higher. Take a big inhale. Drop back, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. And here in your reverse, straighten your right leg. So you have your reverse triangle. Right arm reaches up and back. Left hand can slide down the back leg. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. and then come through center. Reach as far forward as you can and come on into your triangle, Trikonasana. Right hand down towards the ground, left arm up towards the sky. As you take your right hand down towards the ground, it might come to rest on your leg, maybe a block. Might make it as far down as the ground. Your left hand up towards the sky. More than just where you have your hands, feel the length in your arms, lengthening your legs. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. Here, let your top arm pull you up to stand. Drop your hands. Pivot around towards the front edge of your mat. Step your back foot in halfway or third of the way. Right foot a little to your right. We'll set up for twisting triangle. Right hand on your right hip. Left arm reaches up. Reach up, reach forward. Here you can bring your left hand under your left shoulder. Tented fingers or a block is really nice. I use my left hand on my right ankle. Either way, you have some lift. Right hand to your low back. Draw your right hip back. Bring your torso to parallel with the ground. And then take your right arm out to the right. And you can start to take it up towards the sky. Right, spine long. You can soften your knees if that works better for you. Scissoring your thighs together. Twisting in your spine, in your belly. Like that top arm just straight up rather than back behind you. Take one more big inhale here. Right hand comes down. Left foot steps up. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Upward dog. Take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. Come on forward to your high push up and down to your forearms for your forearm plank, your dolphin plank. You can wiggle your feet back a little bit so you get your shoulders right over your elbows. Fingers can be interlaced. Hands can be apart. And you can have your knees lifted or you can drop them down. So even with your knees on the ground, you're drawing your low belly in up. You're strengthening through your core. Strong breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, come all the way down to your mat. On your belly, forehead or chin to your mat. Arms and hands alongside you. Palms down. It's your airplane arms. On your inhale, lift up. Let your shoulders roll back. Lengthen through your arms. Fingers reach back. Lengthen through your legs. You can have your feet apart or together. Shoulders roll back. Draw your chest forward. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, come all the way down here. Flip over onto your back like a pancake. Draw your knees to your chest and rock up to your boat pose, Navasana. You can have your feet down with your hands forward. If you're lifting your legs, bent knees or straight legs, low belly and up, shoulders back. Heart lifts. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands, and make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can move through your flow or just step back. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale, step or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Now twist to your left, right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. And it might be that the elbow lands more between the legs. Check in with your toes so they're soft and light here. Again, this connection through your hands that might allow you really tap into the length of your spine. Lift your chest, lift your heart. Hands can stay together or they can open up. You can stick in a side crow if you like. Bottom hand may or may not touch the ground. You can have your arm between your legs. Notice if you are in some in-between point, right? Your body's here, but you've wandered off in your head. If that's the case, come back to your twist, come back to a child's pose, but come back. Take one more big inhale, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out. Warrior two. Space between your feet, between your toes. Lengthening through your spine. Crown of the head extends up. Bend into your front knee. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Hands just at shoulder height. So effort, but not too much effort. Not so much effort that you find yourself struggling. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. And wherever you land your right hand, feel where you land your right hand. Let it work for you. Let it be an assist. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps again. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out to your warrior two. And from here, come on into your horse. Right. You can bring your hands to your heart as you settle in. Toes turn out. Knees open out. So if your toes are turned way out and you notice your knees roll in, just bring your toes in a little bit. Arms sweep up. Now, eagle arms, right arm wraps under your left. And if your arms are right in front of your face, right, where's your drishti? You don't have to get stuck in your head about it. Right? Where should my drishti be? Just let your gaze land to one point. Here, especially with 2 feet on your mat, right, you can just pick one spot and hold steady. You might even close your eyes if that works better for you. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Watch out for leaning forward. Shoulders track over hips. Sit a little bit lower. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Keep your arms wrapped. Straighten your legs. Start to pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Towards your left foot. Your left foot will be your standing foot as you come into your eagle. Right leg wraps up and over. Now here's where that drishti, your drishti, might make a difference in the transition. Picking one unmoving spot out in front of you. And whatever works with your right foot, whether it touches down or hooks behind the leg or dangles. But again, feel it. Feel where you have your right foot. Just feeling your feet, feeling your hands, your breath. Right? That's a self-assist. Assisting yourself in being here. And then start to tip forward. Elbows towards knees. Spine long and in your body. Breathing for 3, 2, airplane, Dekasana. Unwrap. Right leg extends, lifted back behind you. Feel the lift and the length through your left leg. Hands back, palms down. You bring your breath to the tips of your fingers, to the tips of your toes, up and into your chest, lifting your heart. Take a big inhale. Drop back, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Here, take your left hand high, reverse your warrior, and go ahead and straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Straightening your legs, but more than that, really feeling for lengthening, adding in some space. And then come on through center, reach beyond your left toes, left hand down towards the ground, and your right arm up towards the sky. This whole practice is a self-assist. We're assisting ourselves in being present, being in our bodies, in this breath, connected and in our strength and in our power. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Also, at ease. Right? Not that it's easy, but you don't have to struggle. And certainly enjoy. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale. Now let that top arm pull you up to stand. Drop your hands. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Step your right foot in halfway or third of the way. Left foot a little to your left so you can even out your hips. Setting up for twisting triangle, Parvita Trikonasana. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Reach forward. Right hand can land under your shoulder, block or tented fingers, or your right hand on your left ankle. Left hand to your low back. So find your flat back first, and then take your left arm out to the left, and you can start to take it up towards the sky. The arm goes up, but really the twist is in your spine and your belly. Legs are active, scissoring your thighs together. You can bend your knees if that works for you. Breathe here for 3, 2, a big breath in. Left hand comes down, right foot steps up, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push-up to low push-up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Bring your feet together a little bit forward. Take your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. And if you want to flip your dog, you can let the foot pull you over. Take a breath or two. Take your time. Then come on into your half pigeon. Right knee comes forward towards your right thumb. Left leg can lengthen back behind you. You might be able to adjust where you have your right foot. If you've wandered off somewhere in your head, adjust. Come back. Gentle and intentional adjustments. Acting instead of always reacting. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. And it's a strong practice, but you can be gentle with yourself. You don't have to push or force. Gentle, compassionate with yourself, and then you really can enjoy the practice. You can enjoy yourself. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. I like a long half pigeon, but in this shorter practice, a shorter half pigeon. If you're looking for longer practices, my studio Sanctuary Power Yoga, I teach there every day but Thursdays. You can check out my Patreon. Both of those are great options for longer practices. And again, if you only have a few moments, make the most of it. Present for each moment. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Set your hands onto your shoulders. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can stick in a three-legged dog, a flow, tabletop with some cat-cows if you like. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. And then bring your feet together and forward, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee for your down dog hip opener. Again, you have the option to flip your dog. Maybe you drop your right knee for a little more support. Making your way into your half pigeon. When you're ready, take your time. This variation or the variation on your back, it doesn't have to be the same on this side as the other side. Take a long inhale here and a big exhale. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Even just taking an intentional breath or two on or off your mat does create a shift so that you think an interaction, an experience is going to be the same as it was the last time. You create some space, you create a shift, the opportunity for things to be different, for change, for growth. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Take another deep inhale and a full exhale. Hands under your shoulders. Come up, sweep your back leg forward. Both feet extend out in front of you. Reach your hands forward, strong core. Lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hover your shoulders. Lift your feet to a hover. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat and come up for your bridge or your wheel. Setting your feet, lift your hips. You can use your hands under your hips, arms and hands alongside, or interlace your fingers under your low back. Really connect down through your feet. Feet without moving, press down and away. Soften your toes. And you can come up for your bridge, any variation. You can come up for wheel, any variation. You can add in rest. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And breathe in and breathe out. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees to the sides. For Supta Baddha Konasana, take a really big breath in. Hold it for a moment, fill up. Open your mouth and release. Release the breath, release your jaw, any unnecessary tension or distraction. And from here, we'll move right into Shavasana. You can put on an extra layer. You can take your legs up or extend them out. Last few moments of your practice. Maybe the last few moments you'll have to yourself today. Take a really big inhale and a big exhale. Softening into just this moment, into your body, integrating everything that you've just done, and allowing yourself to be in joy. Another deep inhale. And a long exhale. Here you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Let your head roll side to side. Just bring some movement back to your body. And when you're ready, knees to your chest. You can roll to one side. Come on up to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this practice today, Friday Power Flow. If you are looking for longer practices check out my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga. Check out my Patreon. Membership starts for as little as $5 a month. You get access to a whole library of classes. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel after you practice. And most important, well, subscribe if you haven't already. And then most important, take care of yourself, take care of each other. And I'll see you on your mat soon.